Hey guys, welcome back to We Watch Movie. I am Mike, and as you can tell, we're in a different setting. I bought a new laptop so that we can kind of film some stuff on the go every once in a while, so that I can bring this over to Jay's house and we can record Patreon commentaries and all that stuff like that. So hopefully I don't hit this too much and mess up the audio, and hopefully this doesn't look and sound like absolute doo-doo diapers. But let me know down below how it sounds, how it looks, or whatever. This is a perfect movie for it. Never Let Go, because it's post-apocalyptic. It's in the woods and shit, so that's where we are. We're on my back porch, and hopefully this works. But yeah, let me know. And Never Let Go. This is a spoiler-free review that we're going to do. Halle Berry and her two kids are stuck in the middle of the woods. It's a post-apocalyptic world. At least that's what they've told us. And they keep telling us over and over again the story of what happened. And that's that the world let evil in, but they and their family built this house out of love. So as long as they stay tethered to it and they never let go of the rope ever, then the evil won't get them. But if it does, it will get inside of them. They will kill and murder each other. And she's trying to make her two kids believe this, even though one of them's like, I don't know, you might be fucking butt nut crazy, and I'm not sure if I want to be here or if I want to see if a Chuck E. Cheese exists or whatever. There's no internet. These people are starving. There's no food. Our pets' heads are falling off, and that's Never Let Go. So the whole problem with the movie is that the premise just kind of sucks, right? Like, it's an okay idea for a movie, but it's one of two things. Either this is all real and there's scary booger monsters in the woods that are about to get inside their souls, and it's a post-apocalyptic world, or B, the mother is a buckcherry and someone needs to call CPS immediately. And it's an okay premise for a short, but to drag it out over 2 hours is asking a bit much. And the movie constantly tells you what's going on, just over and over again throughout. Like, no, seriously, if we let the evil in, this is what'll happen. And the mother constantly tells them, and the kids tell us, and then there's the rules and all this stuff like that. So that part gets kind of annoying as you go through the film. You're like, all right, I get it. I understand. It's pretty simple. Like, it needs to grow at some point. But that being said, I got the negative out of the way super early, even though it never really truly overcomes that. There's so much to like about this movie too. The filming of it, just Alexander Aja, I love his movies, right? So I think the only reason he's not mentioned up there with excitement, just like Jordan Peele is, just like James Wan is, and M. Night Shyamalan. This is very M. Night Shyamalan, by the way. This is like Aja's Shyamalan movie for sure, like top to bottom, all the way through the end. But I think the reason there's not more fanfare behind his movies is because he was part of that mid-angry, mid-2000s movement. He gave us the Hills Have Eyes remake, which is one of the meanest, gnarliest movies I've ever seen. He gave us High Tension, which, again, has some of the meanest, gnarliest shit I've ever seen in a horror movie. So he was a real cultivator of that whole mid-2000s angry horror scene that we got. And I think I don't know if it's because of that he's not revered as much as some of these other directors is, but I love that he's willing to go there. I love that he's willing to be mean if he has to, because horror needs that. If every single movie ended like a Blumhouse movie and everything ended up fine, then, you know, you wouldn't have that fear going to watch horror movies. So in a way, horror needs a bad guy. This movie has elements of that too. There is some cruel stuff that happens. There's some cruel stuff they toy with you with that may or may not happen in the movie. I won't say to give it away. There's one almost mortal sin for the horror genre that the movie commits that may or may not happen in the movie, that may or may not have people extremely fucking angry at Alexander Aja in this movie. And you'll know what it is when they get to it. But there's some other cool stuff that happens. And again, although it's annoying because the whole idea is she just seeing this stuff or is it not real? Because like she can see the booger monsters, you know, in the woods and stuff. She sees all this, but the kids don't. They're not blessed with that yet or whatever it is. And you start to learn more and more about her past as the movie goes on too. And you're just having to ask the question. It's just like a game show. It's like, is this bitch crazy or not? We do get to see them. And I will say it's cool, the variety of monsters that they give us. Some of them look pretty cool. Some of them just went a little too far into the CG. Other ones had little moments of, fuck yeah, that was spicy as fuck, and I liked the way it felt in my mouth. And they never really hone in on any of them too much. It's not like A Quiet Place where you get the one monster, you know what it is, we're set, and here we go. Things change, and I really enjoyed that. There's a couple not great, a couple pretty fucking badass as well. So I dug that. And then the ending's going to piss some people off. The movie's directed, I think it's not Alexander Aja's best movie, right? But it might be his best directing performance because he elevated the fuck tits out of this thing. I mean, every single shot felt so storyboarded. The house was its own character. He used the woods to his advantage. What could have been a boring, PG feeling post-apocalyptic movie or whatever was elevated into this oh my God, I'm watching a real horror movie that has the propensity to scare me. Now, I don't know if it will scare you, but it has the chance to. Like, you know what I mean? You're in an anything goes type of situation. There's one particularly really great jump scare that got me. I almost threw my Nestle Crunch Bites like 3 rows down and hit some guy right in the fucking face with them because it got me really good. Did not expect that. Did not see that coming, Richard. The ending, though, as carefully as this was all planned out, and the shots are beautiful, and the cinematography is done so well. I mean, he directed the fuck out of this thing. And then at the ending, it kind of feels like they just took out their toys and were like, ha, yay, and like kicking their feet in a little miniature bathtub, like Jack Black in that Tenacious D video. It was weird to see them just slap that ending on like that. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just not great. And it's just messy, just a little messy. You just need to tighten it up. Just tighten up that fucking ending, man. And it would have been a bit better. But I will give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. Halle Berry was great in the movie. The kids were really good. I just felt like it did ask the kids to do too much. As good as the kids were, it kind of was asking them to do like James McAvoy type level shit. And I think they did their best with it, for sure. So there's some really cool stuff in this. If you like M. Night Shyamalan movies, I think you'll enjoy it, for sure. And yeah, I would check it out. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a must see in the theater. Strong 7.5 out of 10. But if you're looking for a horror movie right now in fall, I think this is pretty good fucking option to go see. So I definitely recommend it. And even though it's not perfect, I like it a lot. So what's your all's favorite Alexander Aja film? And if you saw this, what'd you think about it? And please let me know if the sound sucks or if I suck at reviewing movies. Well, we know that. But look at me fishing for compliments like a fucking true internet person. I'm ashamed of myself, and I'm sorry. I'm going to go punch myself in the dick later. Going to try to watch The Substance with Demi Moore. So, and also going to talk Terrifier. Just screened last night. Might make a video going through the reactions to that. We'll be live again on Tuesday. So much stuff to come. So make sure you subscribe and you have the bell clicked, because if not, YouTube will hide us like your parents used to hide their sex toys. And you don't want to find those. But you might want to find us. Love your fucking faces, and I'll see you guys soon.
Hello, listener. Do you like scary movies? What's your favorite scary movie? Well, Jay and Mike like scary movies too. You should go and subscribe to their podcast, We Watched a Movie. Because if you don't, I'll gut you like a... Well, I think you get the idea. Enjoy yourselves while you still can.